So I am going to talk today about supporting yourself with supplements while you've got an acute. So an acute being a cold, a flu, perhaps COVID, just something that is getting you down and you want to get through it quickly because you want to get back to work and life. And I've been recommending these same supplements or similar for 5 years now because we need something to help us get through acutes these days. So many situations are what we call relapsing complaints, where it starts out with an acute, you think you're getting better, you dive straight back into work or life after it, and then bam, you're back into those symptoms again. And underpinning all this is probably a weakness in the lungs. And so, there might be something that longer term you want to support. But in the short term, while you're in it, this is what I am recommending to people. So first off, I'm going to say vitamin C is helpful. And I don't have a straight vitamin C with me today. But if you want to message me, I can give you my preferred brands. And these are brands that I've worked with for years and years and years that are plant-sourced supplements that have no fillers and binders. So most of what you see on the shelves in the health food stores has got fillers and binders in it. And the reason it's got fillers in is so they can fill the capsule faster and sell you a cheaper product. So how much of the capsule is actually what you want to be doing the work and how much of it is a filler? Big question to be asking. Who's the CEO of the company? Are they interested in your health or are they interested in their profit? So, these are very real things when it comes to supplements. So I choose to work with companies that they've got good CEOs, they've got CEOs who've got your best interest at heart, and they are producing a supplement which is what it says on the bottle rather than fillers and binders. Binders pull together two different elements or several different elements to create a whole product. So I choose to go for products that don't have any of that, what I call junk, in them. Because your body, if you take enough of those supplements, will start to grumble, and it will start to upset your stomach. So I've seen many clients, I'm a homeopath of many years being in practice, and I've seen clients who've come to me with digestive issues because of the supplements they're taking. And it's not the supplements in themselves, it's the fillers and binders. So without further ado, what would I recommend? A good quality vitamin C from plant sourced. As I've said, if you want to get the referral to what I actually recommend, then drop me a line and comment down below. So this is something that I've taken for years. This is blue-green algae, organic blue-green algae, and this covers both vitamin C and your B vitamins. So I would do this to cover two things. Now, what we're seeing with acute infectious disease latterly is it's affecting the nervous system. And so the B vitamins are really important to be taking as well when you've got an acute. So for me, these green superfoods tick a lot of boxes. This is another one, cracked cell chlorella. So these are plant-sourced proteins. That's great if you're vegan. But during an acute, what you're getting from these is the goodness from the greens, and plenty of B vitamins, vitamin C. And in fact, cracked cell chlorella's got A and D in it. So these are ticking a lot of boxes for you anyway, and you could be taking these on a regular basis. I take this on a regular basis. I've just gone back to this after probably about a year of not taking it, and I can genuinely feel the difference, which is interesting because I take a lot of supplements, and whether you believe it or not, I'm nearly 63, so no grey hairs yet, and that's thanks to things like this. So B and C during an acute are the vitamins that you want to be looking for, and you can get those from green superfoods. You can get them to some extent from organic green foods, but the superfoods are really going to ramp that up. And as I've said, there are other vitamins and minerals in them. This cracked cell chlorella, for instance, has got biotin in it. It's got vitamin D and vitamin A in it. So there will be those in the blue-green algae to a lesser extent as well. So these green superfoods. Other green superfoods you could look at to provide similar would be wheatgrass, barley grass, particularly like wheatgrass if the lungs are weak. I've just seen a study saying that wheatgrass helps with cataracts, which is amazing. Barley grass is great for sorting out female hormonal troubles. So these are things that one could have in the background anyway to help prevent acute infectious disease. But if you're finding yourself with a cold, a flu, a fever or COVID, tuck into your B vitamins, there's lots of them, and vitamin C. So just a couple more things about B vitamins. B9, which is folic acid, or the folates, and B12 help repair your DNA. Now, if you've been reading about COVID, if you've been reading about COVID vaccines, you'll know that there is the potential to affect your DNA there. Your DNA is what you're made of. You don't really want that to be altered. So what if you could take a superfood that contains B vitamins in an easily to assimilate form that will help repair your DNA and your RNA, your ribonucleic acid that comes before your DNA in terms of repair. So what else would I recommend? You heard me mention vitamin D that you get to some extent in the crack cell chlorella. I really like it as part of this complex. What I like about this vitamin D is it's what's called vitamin D3 that we absorb more easily. So the vast majority of vitamin D on the market is D3, but it comes from something called, it's cholecalciferol is its proper name. And the vast majority comes from a derivative of lanolin. Now, lanolin is the fatty substance on the sheep's back, and sheep are the most heavily wormed, pesticided creatures that we eat, actually. So we need to be quite careful with the quality of our sheep and what we take from them. So that fatty substance on their back, they've been through lots of sheep dips, is then purified and cleaned and becomes our vitamin D3. I don't really fancy that. I'm not vegan, but I just don't really fancy that. So I would rather get my D3, as this is, from an algal source. So it comes from algae or potentially from lichen. So these are very concentrated plants in terms of their mineral and vitamin and nutrient density. So algae in the sea, from the sea, and lichen from the very north of the planet, the very south of the planet. The lichens are very rich in vitamin D3. So try to get your D3 from a vegan source is what I'm saying. And this particular one is with some essential fatty acids that are actually very good for brain health, very good for elderly, very good for menopause, brain fog, that kind of thing. So this is called liquid gold complex, and it's got 3 very, quite unique essential fatty acids in it, one of which is sea buckthorn. So D3 you want from algae or lichen, and yeah, D3 in an acute is really going to help you. We know that D3, vitamin D, supports our immune system. So you need it during an acute to help you get over it faster. Now, if you want to ramp it up, particularly with the nature of COVID that we've had, and I'm still seeing people get COVID, I would personally be adding in CoQ10, which is the antioxidant that gets to parts others don't. Or something called quercetin. Now, quercetin, this is from a company called Terra Nova, and if you want a discount code for your vitamins and supplements, just drop me a line below. So if you want to know the actual ones that I'm recommending, then drop me a line. If you want a discount code, drop me a line. But quercetin is very specific to help defeat some of the issues around COVID. So quercetin, very helpful supplement. Another one that I've been recommending is this in the UK and Europe. It's called Red Algae Plus. In the USA and Canada, it's called Virusure, because they can actually label products with a name that tells you a bit about what it's going to do. In the European Union, we have to give it a different name. We just have to call it Red Algae Plus. We couldn't allude to the fact that it might support you with a viral complaint, for instance. So this is rich in red algae from the sea. So it's calcium rich, and it has various other things in it. It has some oregano oil, for instance, and this I find very efficacious for viral complaints. So a virus, unlike a bacteria, is virulent, is where the word virulent comes from. That means that it's very strong. It means that if you have that relapsing complaint that I talked about, so you have something, you think you're getting better, you exert yourself a bit, you go back to work or you go back to the gym, and then suddenly you're back to square one with all those symptoms all over again. Chances are that is a virus, and what's happening is you're relapsing. You're falling back into the symptoms again. So I find this very, very helpful for people getting through viruses. There is another supplement here which I like, which is called Immunomax. So this is supporting the immunity with arabinogalactonin. It's got colostrum in it. It's got things which are enhancing what we call our immune transfer factors. And really enhancing the immune system in terms of function. There is a supplement I quite like that's available here in the UK, which is similar. It has a bit of maltodextrin in it, which I don't like as an addition, but it's called Wellness Formula, and that's very good with lots of herbs in it. And what you're looking for here is basically an antibacterial, something herbal, which supports you. So you could be looking at garlic, for instance. You'll find garlic in the Wellness Formula. I particularly like these. These products are brought out by someone called Dave Sandoval, who wrote the Green Food Bible, and they're absolutely fantastic. So during an acute, I'm going to be taking all of these: my vitamins B and C and D, some quercetin or CoQ10, some kind of antiviral, and some kind of immune system support. Now that might sound a lot, but most of us want to get back to work. Most of us want to be fit and well. So I will also be taking homeopathic remedies. So I'm a homeopath. I've been practicing for 25 years. And if you go to our homeopathic pharmacies, this is one from Helios and this is one from Ainsworth's, you can get anti-cold and flu homeopathic remedies, which will also be helping you through those acutes. And what I like to do is protect myself while I'm traveling. So if I'm traveling and in busy places, then having got COVID 3 times in flight, I was just like, I'm over this. I'm going to create something so that I don't get COVID again when I'm traveling or exposed to a lot of other people's germs. So I created this Sacred Space Divine Protection Aura Spray, and it has various things in it to help protect you while you're traveling, and it smells delicious because it's got frankincense in it. So it's very grounding, relaxing, and it's got homeopathic remedies in it and flower essences, things to protect you in flight. There's a little low aeroplane going past as I'm recording. I should spray that out. So yeah, that's really great supports during an acute, because I've been meaning to set aside time to do a little YouTube on this, because I recommend these to everybody going through an acute. I'm still seeing people do COVID even in the heat of April and May here in the UK. We've got a lovely warm spring and I'm still seeing people succumb. So that shows you how weak our immunity is. So it might be that you are going to employ some of these to strengthen your immunity. You could do that so you don't even get it in the first place. But if you're in an acute, these are the things that I recommend. And if you are finding that you're relapsing, or you are finding that you're commonly getting acutes, you need to learn to look after your lungs. You need to learn to strengthen your immune system. How are you going to do that? Because clearly, to keep getting something is such a tax on the system. It's such a tax on the household if one person can't work. We're going into economic decline. What does it mean not to be strong during economic, decline, recession? So yeah, ramp up these, get strong, get active, stay active. And that's all I'm going to say today on these. Thank you.